Salute, MobTube. How is everybody today? Let's see. Impeach. Let me read that. FBS, I've been thinking what you actually do for people who need these NAAA meeting. They can't get out and get to one, bro. And now I'm actually sure you help people stay clean. Great stuff. Oh, thank you, bro. Thank you very much, Impeach. Wishing you a great show. You are giving back to YouTube more than I can say about other YouTube channels. I'm doing my best, Impeach. Thank you for the kind words. Ronnie Franco, what's up? If you're new, welcome. Jason Mikesell. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, bro. Sheesh. I hope it gets better soon. Dave, Joe Root. Della's my name. Casey Robinson, $10. Thanks for doing addiction and recovery shows. Just one person reaching out makes a difference. Have a good day. Thank you, Casey. Thank you very, very much. Junior Lollipops. Miss Can't Be Wrong. Let me see. Brian Miller. War. OC. Danny Santos. What's up, bro? Where have you been, my friend? Wait a minute. What happened, Miss Can't Be Wrong? Wait, what did I miss? Is everybody okay? I don't know what Miss Can't Be Wrong is talking about. Danny Santos, how's Jennifer doing, my friend? I hope she's well. Hope you guys are over the COVID and feeling better. My rat's exposed as a racist and a fat rat. Salute to you, my friend. Edward Everett, Richie B, Mia Salazar, Ghetto Press Productions. Oh, yeah. I still have Kimberly's information in it, but I will. There you go. Miss Charlie Steen, Michael Hensley. That's true, Michael. Very, very true. Oh, okay, Miss Can't Be Wrong. I thought I saw something about heart problems or something. I didn't know what was going on. Very confused. Dealing with home drama. Sorry to hear that, bro. Oh my God, why? What happened? Are you joking? What's up, Robert B? 44 people. Give it a few minutes, get some people in here. Oh, no. Bro, I'm sorry to hear you're having problems with Jennifer, huh? Can't cure crazy. No. Otherwise, I would have been cured a long time ago. Yes, Miss Can't Be Wrong. I'm feeling okay, just aggravated. How are you? How are you feeling? I hope you're well. Think break eats needed. Think a break eats needed. Is needed, maybe? Oh, well, listen, I wish you both the best. You know what I mean? I don't know the situation, and it's not my business, but you both seemed like great people to me, so I wish Danny and Jennifer the best. Oh, my God, bro. Sheesh, Robert B., I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, go see her, man. Be with her. Jesus, so many people have so many things wrong. Bro, listen. I don't know, bro. I first of all, I'm not going to get into this for a long time, okay? Oh, no, yeah. Miss Can't Be Wrong. I feel okay, but I am annoyed. Yeah. The phone, you know what I mean? The phone is all set up, working perfect, right? But it won't connect to the Bluetooth in my car. So I thought maybe I was doing something wrong. So I took all my devices, because I have several phones, and I erased them from my car. Then I hooked them all back up, no problem, except for the new one. Just ain't happening. Now, I don't know what the fuck to do about that, because my phone is always always hooked up to my car. I listen to music. I listen to YouTube. So it's another fucking issue, of course. It's always something. And again, who am I to bitch about stuff like this? I know these are first world problems, honestly. Oh, my Bluetooth on my brand new phone won't hook up to my car. I know. It sounds ridiculous. But listen, these are the issues I'm dealing with at the moment. In the grand scheme of things, it's nothing. It's minuscule. But it's what got me aggravated, you know? What is this? Oh no, drama is back. I'll be back. Jesus. What does that mean, bro? Dude, I keep having problems with my S22 audio dropping out on Bluetooth. Great. What is Danny Santos's fucking problem? What's wrong with you, bro? Yeah, I know, Jesse Roth. It's I would have I had to push this show back because I spent a half a fucking hour. Oh, Danny, I thought you meant here. I was like, what? I had to push the show back a half an hour because I was fucking around trying to hook the Bluetooth up to the car because I had to go somewhere. It's insane. It's always fucking something. I'll tell you what. Yeah, I got it now. I wasn't sure what he meant. All right, Danny. You guys want it? Danny, why don't you and Jennifer come on here and talk it out? Let's do some Howard Stern type shit. Danny and Jennifer, I want you to come on here and discuss your issues. There's the link. Come on, Danny, do it. Fuck it. Jennifer will come on. If you guys have a little fight, I mean, it's all right. We'll listen, you know? Couples therapy. Yes, Miss Can't Be Wrong. Exactly. Danny Santa, everyone just heard. Well, Danny and Jennifer, I would like you to come on here. I will be the therapist. Okay. I'll be the Dr. Phil for the day, and I will help you work through your problems. You know what I'm saying? Give me a shot. I'm pretty good at most things on here, right? I might you know, I might be able to help you work things out. Shit. Yeah, Dr. FBS. Chris. Shit. Get on and have it out. No, maybe later. All right. Well, we tried. Listen, you guys are welcome on here anytime. I would love to hear let you converse for a bit. All right, see if Jennifer is up to it. I would love to hear what the issues are and see. Maybe I can relate. Maybe I can help. No pressure. Let me know. We'll be here for a while. Oh my God. That's a fucking YouTube show, bro. That's what we should start doing. You know what I mean? That's what all right, Danny. I'll see you shortly. Dr. FBS Talk Show. You have a couple on here. I love it. Yeah. Listen, it would be dope. You know what I mean? Get couples on here to work things out or fight it out or just air their grievances to each other and, you know, on the fucking internet. I mean, what could be wrong with that? What could possibly go wrong? Oh, Shanna would be great at it. Trust me. Shanna is the voice of reason. I am insane, and Shanna knows how to talk me down, you know? Oh, man. Let's see if anybody steals that idea now. FBS love lines. Yeah, man, that would be the shit. Listen, I got a little bit of wisdom, you know what I mean? I think I could help out. Danny and Jennifer are probably younger than me, you know what I mean? I've been through fucking hell with women. Trust me. Whatever you're going through, I've experienced it. Anyway, let's not bother Danny and Jennifer. Maury Sicilian, yeah. Sicilian Povich. That's fun. All right, now I guess we got to get to some addiction and recovery stuff. So, guys, listen. Oh yeah, some Drake right there. I've had I won't say an interesting day, but I've been thinking about a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? And then I had to go out and deal with this fucking stupid Bluetooth. And here I am. I had to rush home to make sure I get this show done because I will not leave you guys hanging. You have no idea how much I would have liked to say, you know what? I can't do it today. But these shows are too important. If it was a regular show, I would have done that. And I'm thinking, anyway, we might want to, yeah, I know, Jesse Roth. Oh, Dave, you know it, bro. He's already on it. I'm thinking of changing the schedule of these shows. Now, it's hard to keep a schedule for anything. I never know what I'm going to be doing at the moment. Something else might come up that I have to talk about. But I was thinking about Wednesday and Friday rather than Tuesday and Thursday. And there's a number of reasons for that. Number of reasons. But I think it would be better, especially since Friday, the weekend's here. It's probably a good time to have an addiction and recovery show. So I'm going to try to stick with that for now. Let's see how it works. As far as the time, I'd still like to do these shows at 4, but today was just, I had shit to do and I was fucking slacking all day watching SoFlo. I didn't shave and shit and get ready in time. So it is what it is. As far as snow, Ghetto Press Productions, it was snowing like a motherfucker when I woke up. I went to take Rusty out. I said, holy shit, look at this. But it's raining now. It's washing it all away. Listen, when I got to go out and do shit, I don't give a fuck what's on the ground. I just got to do it. So I don't like being out of stuff. You know, I'm OCD about that too. I'd rather have be overstocked with different shit that we use and eat than even take the chance of running out of a single thing. You know what I mean? So it's the way I used to re-up with Coke. You know what I mean? I could have fucking 30 grams left and I'd go get 2 more ounces just because I wasn't even going to take the chance of running out. Because you never know. You call your connect and he says, hey, it's going to be a week. Oh, no. Can't happen. But let's not talk about selling drugs right now. You assholes were dying for snow in Cali right now. Well, listen, good luck. I don't know why, but all right. So anyway, as far as addiction and recovery goes, I didn't have a specific topic for today. I didn't have a specific story to tell. But I was thinking, and I know I say this a lot because I'm always talking about, getting clean ASAP. But I want to go over it again because I feel like it can't be said enough. And I'm living proof of what I'm about to say. Listen, I'm not going to beat around the bush. We know we have somebody on here who's in serious trouble on MobTube, you know what I mean, who obviously needs help, isn't at that point of willing to accept it right now, which is his choice. That's fine. But he does make me think, and other people do too. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking about, let's just take a random person, for example, because I don't want to, pick a specific person and talk about them. It's not right. Let's just say you take any person that you know or may have come across, or even somebody on MobTube who's really struggling, who's suffering, who's lost a ton of weight, whose appearance is, deteriorating, whose health is deteriorating, whatever. Because I still know of people like this in the street that have been running around for fucking years, and they're getting worse and worse, and you can see how close they are to death. So let's just say you take one of these people, and somehow you're able to get them to accept help and go into detox right away, followed by maybe 30 days of rehab, 60 days, whatever it takes. Think about how their life could change instantly. And I mean it because it worked for me, so I know it's possible. You know what I mean? The things that could take place in their lives, whatever issues they're having, right? Let's just say, okay, they're broke, they're destitute, they have nothing. All right, well, number one, you get clean, you could start repairing some relationships. Maybe there's people that can help you till you're able to get a job. You get a job, now you're able to help yourself. It might not be the best job, might be minimum fucking wage, but it'll be money in your pocket. And you won't be spending it on drugs or alcohol, right? And then from there, you slowly build. You know what I mean? If you have to rent a room in a boarding house to start out with, that's what you do. If you have to rent a room in a dirtbag motel, that's what you do. And then you move up, or you get a better job, you get an apartment, whatever, and you start getting healthy again. Your body starts healing itself. Your appearance starts to improve greatly. You're putting weight back on, or depending on if you need to, maybe losing weight, whatever. You start exercising again. Feel like $1 million and you got a whole new lease on life, right? Like you can start fucking around on social media, maybe getting in contact with some old friends. Like I said, continuing to repair relationships. And who knows, maybe in your recovery process, you might just meet somebody. You know what I mean? You might meet somebody and then they can help you change your entire life into something totally new. Any financial issues you have can be resolved. Most health issues you have can probably be resolved. A lot of relationships, maybe not all, but I think most likely can be repaired. And the quicker you get clean, the quicker you could start working on all that shit. I was looking through my phone today because I actually had 2 phones that I had to transfer all this shit to my new phone because I'm going to give one phone to my mom. A lot of phones in my story, okay? So I have to, wipe it out. One of the videos I found was like a 2-second clip. I think I meant to take a picture, but I just took a video and you could hear Drager talking. It was me and him outside of the detox I brought him to in Hackensack, New Jersey. And I told you guys about those fucking birds. I don't know shit about birds. There was some crazy, like peacock looking birds walking around. The campus is a huge, huge fucking facility. And I played the clip and I could just hear him say something cuz. He always said cuz. I wish I had the video pulled up. I'd play it just so you could hear it. It's so short. I had another one that was longer, and I don't know what the fuck I did with it, but it had me thinking about him. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know exactly what happened with him. I don't know where he is now. But I know that when I took him to detox, he told me he spent, I forget if it was 10 days or 2 weeks, something like that there. And then they wanted to put him in a rehab, but his insurance didn't cover it or something. I'll tell you the truth. I took it as an excuse. He just wanted to go back home, maybe hit the streets, didn't want to be bothered with a fucking 30-day rehab or even just going away. He didn't want no part of it. So he didn't go. And obviously, it's... wait a minute. What happened here? Is Jesse okay? Oh, you're fucking with people? All right. Obviously it didn't work. And I know it didn't work because I've spoken to Drager several times since, a lot of times, up until about, I don't know, 7-8 months ago, maybe. He just dipped out and disappeared. But he had gone to jail. Okay, I think he spent like 3 or 4 months in a jail in Jersey. I think he'd gone to jail a couple of times. He got shot in the face. All this stuff happened. And he didn't get better through any of it. And I hope that he's not still using, but I'm assuming he probably is. I check Google for him all the time because I'm afraid he died. You know what I mean? I'm always afraid the guy died. But I'll tell you what, I met the kid in person. And he really is a good guy. You know what I mean? He's a good-looking kid. He dresses nice. He has a nice car. He had a beautiful girlfriend who he lost. because of all this, his addiction. I think it was a really promising relationship for him. Professional, medical professional. She was an RN, I think, like a critical care nurse, something like that. Lost her. Probably lost his car too. Definitely lost his apartment. Who knows how his relationship with his family is right now? And listen, I probably shouldn't even be talking about him, but it's just what was on my mind. And I just hope the kid's okay, man. I really, really do. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not like because he only spent a couple of weeks in that detox. No, it's not like I was ever mad about it just because I drove, picked him up in Philly, took him to Hackensack and all that. I was never mad about it because I never have high expectations of people when it comes to drug addiction and especially heroin addiction. There wasn't a single moment where I thought maybe this will be it. He'll be cured. He'll be fixed. No more drugs and alcohol ever. You know what I mean? No, of course not. You know what I mean? I just thought that at the very least, it'll save his life for the moment. You know what I mean? Whatever time he spends in there, at the very least. He brought his mother on here once. I don't know if you remember. Beautiful lady. You could tell she loves him and adores him with all her heart. And, I think he has a big family, and the kid got a bum rap. You know what I mean? I believe his uncle shot him up when he was like 17 years old. From there, you're just fucked. You know what I'm saying? Your brain isn't even fully developed yet. But I was thinking earlier about what if he got clean? That trip, because he had been to detox many, many times. But that specific trip, what if he had gotten clean? He'd still have that car. What did he have? Like a Maserati or some shit like that? He'd probably still have his apartment. I was at the apartment. I didn't go in. I picked him up. He came outside. I met his girlfriend as well. He'd probably still be with her. Maybe he'd be here hanging out with us. I don't know. But he had a good job, too. He'd probably still be working. Well, I'll tell you this. When I picked him up, he was very, very, very tiny. Like, I didn't think that when I would see him on here. It looked like he had some weight on him, and he didn't. He was frail. But, I just, I wish it would have worked out. And I wish he would have gotten better. And I wish that people who are suffering now would get better. Or at least, I understand some people, they don't have anybody reaching out to help them. They might not have resources, so they feel like they're stuck. But if you're someone who has literally all your friends and even some people that you have idolized and you look up to and admire, all these people are trying to get you help, reaching out to you, and you're not accepting it, then I just don't know what to think. I don't know. FPS, you were going about being sober the right way by not even drinking. A lot of people think they can trade one thing for another. No, fuck no. I won't do anything. I won't do. Listen, when I first started hearing about what's up, Batchelder Street? How you doing? When I first started hearing about CBD for anxiety and shit, I considered it, and then I realized, no, I can't do that. No, not even CBD. I just won't do it. I won't. That's just my, the way I look at recovery. I say it's all or nothing. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Like I said, though, thank you, Ronnie Franco. I appreciate you. Like I said, if people are helped by like marijuana, like in other words, if it keeps them off opiates, then I say go ahead all day. I'm not gonna fucking discourage you from from doing that. Unfortunately, in some people's lives, they're gonna be hooked on something. Oh, bro, thank you so much, man. Yeah, bro, we definitely are your family and you're ours. There's some people that they're never, ever, ever going to be 100% clean. They need to have something. I just know that. I've learned it about people. So if that's the case, And let's say you were a full-blown alcoholic or a heroin addict or even a cocaine addict, and you can give it all up, but you still got to smoke weed, then smoke weed. Whatever. It's just not for me. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I told you, I don't like weed. I never did. So I never will. There was never, I probably smoked it 6 or 7 times my whole life, and there was not one single occasion where I liked it. You know what I mean? So it's easy for me, too, because I have no desire. What the fuck happened to my watch? How dare you fall off? You filthy animal. That's how I talk to my possessions. Same way I talk to people. Yeah, well, this can't be wrong. That's the thing. Like, if you could either do that or take oxy, then smoke weed. You know what I mean? By all means, like, do that. Listen, I'm very, very lucky that I never suffered a serious, knock on wood, serious injury or anything like that that's put me in that position. I told you one time I had the surgery to put the defibrillator in, and they prescribed me Percocet. I just sold them because I knew, you know what I mean? Plus, the pain wasn't that severe. I didn't feel like I needed it. Not to mention, I was still doing cocaine and drinking. So, yeah, it does, Ronnie Franco. It absolutely does take hard work. But it's so funny. Oh, thank you about the DJing thing, too, my friend. It's so funny how easily it comes to you once you get past that first hurdle. You know what I mean? Like, I'll tell you right now, my first night in rehab. Now, you got to remember, sorry, guys, I'm a little stuffy as usual. In my, the day I decided to go to rehab, I woke up, I was sick. I was already in withdrawal. You know what I mean? And I tried to get the girl I was with to get me some alcohol. She got me some. There still wasn't enough to make me feel better. I suffered throughout that whole fucking day because I was so sick I couldn't even hold alcohol down. You know what I mean? There was no hard liquor. It's probably the only thing because I could have put enough of it into my system that it would have fixed my situation. But beer, when you're sick like that, you can't hold it down. At least I couldn't. And because I couldn't do any alcohol and my heart was out of control, or drink any alcohol, I'm sorry, and my heart was out of control, I couldn't do any coke. So it was just a miserable day all around. So when I got to rehab that night, now don't get me wrong, before I left the hotel, I downed like maybe not even a full beer. And, I managed to keep that down, and I did a couple of bumps. And I said to myself, this is it. Never again. And I got there, and man, did I feel fucking terrible, man. Oh my God. Oh my God. I remember they gave me my room, which was amazing, beautiful fucking room. And I remember I called the counselor in to ask if she could turn the air down because I was just burning up. You know what I mean? She said, how low do you want it? I said, I don't know, 62. She was like, you're crazy. 66, I think, was her limit. You know what I mean? But I was able to fucking sleep that night. I passed out, and she woke me up at either her or one of the other ones woke me up around 11 and said, there's lunch out here. There's burgers and stuff. I said, what? And it was the first time I really realized, wow, I'm like in rehab. Like the night before, I was so discombobulated. I just don't think it hit me yet. It's like, wow, I'm really fucking here. And I went out and I was able to eat. I ate a good bit. And I started talking to people, other people who were in there. And then, they did my intake and shit the night I went in, but the next day they were getting me started on like Librium and stuff, you know what I mean, to make me comfortable, to make the withdrawals as mild as possible. And, it's like 6-7 days and there was no more withdrawal symptoms. You know what I'm saying? So that was the first, and I'd say second hurdle. Then, even though the first 6 or 7 days when I was in detox, I was dreading these fucking groups. I didn't want to be part of any groups. And I knew that's what comes. Like they'll let you slide while you're in detox, but after detox, you got to go to the groups and shit. You have to take part in them. But I started doing it. I started doing a couple, a day, and then 3 or 4 a day, and then 4 or 5 a day. And your whole day is full, usually when you're in rehab, at least the one I was in. And then when it's not full, like for us, I mean, twice a day we'd have like an hour and a half. It was the dead of summer, so we would just jump in the fucking pool, hang out in the pool, and then go back to our groups. But I got used to the groups. I actually started looking forward to them, and I started to feel better and get better. I'll tell you what, like I refused. I was tired a lot in there for a lot of different reasons. Obviously, my body was adjusting to a lot of stuff, a lot of different things. I refused to even take a nap. You know why? Because I didn't want to miss a minute. I was enjoying it so much, and I was so happy and feeling so much better. And I was so happy with the place I was at. I didn't want to miss a minute. I remember the day the doctor and the clinical director came to me. See, they had been fighting with my insurance like every 5 days to keep me there because my insurance did not want to pay for that place. It was a luxury rehab. So they would fight with them and insist that I need to be there. The doctor and everything, they fought for me constantly to keep me there. And when they finally, the last time they came to me and they said, listen, Chris, we got you 5 days, 5 more days. That's it. There's no, they're not budging after that. 5 more days, you got to leave. So that day, I realized, okay, I got 5 days left. That day, I took a nap for a couple of hours. That was the first nap I took. You know what I mean? Because I was actually happy with how I was feeling and the people I had met and started hanging out with and the groups I went to and all this stuff I was learning. And then you get out of rehab, you know what I mean? And you're ready to face the world, I think, for the most part. And everything comes from that point on. That's how you start a new life. So I know the first step might seem like a misery, but believe it or not, it's really not. It's not. You're going to have a couple of days where you're going to suffer a little bit versus how many years if you don't. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just wish that certain people that are being offered help right now as we speak by myself and some friends, I wish they would just accept it. But I learned this. I'm not going to chase anybody down. I'm not going to pressure anybody. I'm not going to kiss anybody's ass. It's up to them. Because the bottom line is if we're pressuring you, you're not going to stay anyway. There's no fucking point. I just can't imagine anyone. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm an addict myself. So I know nobody ever woke up and said, I want to become a drug addict today. Nobody wants to be a drug addict. But when there's people who have moments of clarity, like, there's people I speak to, one day they're fucking wasted, they're nodding off, and the next day they seem to be clear-headed and lucid. You know what I mean? When you're at that point and it's being offered to you and you don't take it, I got to wonder, is this a form of suicide for you? Like, is this, you don't want, you just want to die, right? And that's what I think it has to be. Guys, let me tell you, the last, matter of fact, I ain't even going to front. I'm telling you the truth. I was never offered help. Not once, not ever. I don't think so. When I think about it, there was one guy named Robert that I worked with at the Valencia Ballroom in New York City. It was a catering company there. And he would always talk me into, he was sober and clean, and he would try to talk me into going to meetings with him, and I just refused. I would never go. But other than that, I can honestly tell you, not a single member of my family, not a girlfriend, not a best friend, nobody ever said, you need to get help. They either got pissed off at me and just threw their hands in the air and said, fuck it. They walked away from me completely. Or they, I don't know. I almost want to say ignored it because they were so used to it. But I'm telling you, if fucking 10 years ago, somebody would have reached out and said, Chris, listen, we could get you into a decent rehab. You know what I mean? You'll get healthy again. All this shit that's going on in your life will get better. Now, I'm not an opiate addict. You know what I mean? It's coke and alcohol, so I know it's different for opiate addicts. But I would have said, "Oh my God, thank you. Let's go." You know what I mean? Let's go. I don't know, man. But I don't claim to understand what it's like for an opiate addict to be in that position. Because how could I know? I couldn't. Guys, give me 1 second, okay? I'll be right back. I got to do something real quick. All right, here I am. Sorry, guys. Robert B., you got to go? All right, I understand, bro. Have a good night. Ah, Chad McDonough, sometimes it's really, really hard to pull yourself out that dark place. Yeah, maybe I should go back up in the comments a little bit. I'm going to. Okay, we went over that. Recovering from addiction takes hard work. I think I read that. Yes, it does. Absolutely. Yeah, yeah, it's fucking shitty, Robert. I think it's the worst feeling in the world. Oh, really, Midwest Mafia Productions? Well, if it works for you, bro. I've been through hell, 3 spinal surgeries, and my neurosurgeon wants to go back in and fix my spine again. Oh, fucking nightmare. Brooklyn, so glad I never got into drugs and I had many opportunities. When I hit my 30s, I found out I had hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. Drugs would have stopped my heart. Wow. I never heard of the first part, but I have cardiomyopathy. Yeah, it's a good thing you didn't. It's a good thing. Almost stopped my heart a couple times, that's for sure. Because I think I probably had it my whole life. You believe addiction runs in families? Yeah, I think it's been proven it does to some extent. But then you have cases like mine. There wasn't a single addict in my whole fucking family. My grandmother was a drinker. You know what I mean? But not like a drunk. Like she would drink. She was an old, tough Brooklyn lady. She would drink Dewar's scotch with her meals and shit like that. You know what I mean? To be honest, well, she probably drank a good bit of it. But I never saw her under the influence or anything. And the fucked up part is when she had her stroke and they checked all her, blood work and all that, they said her liver, it's like the liver of a non drinker. It's so weird how it just doesn't affect certain people. Um, but other than that, no addicts in my family. I had an uncle that was a fucking drinker, but he wasn't related to me. You know what I mean? He was my aunt's husband. You know what I'm saying? We didn't share the same blood. Depression, yeah, Ronnie, it's fucking tough. I think it's one of the biggest, I guess you say, reasons for a lot of addiction is depression. You know what I mean? It's just too much for people sometimes. It was for me. At times I was so low I didn't care if I went to sleep and never woke up. I think the whole world is better without me. Better off without me? Yeah, I know. Me too. Thank you, Ronnie. Um, you overstand that. Nice, Ronnie. Same thing. A drug is a drug is a drug. Yeah, that's how I feel. You know what I mean? It's so funny because Ronnie, yeah, I don't know. I might get back into the interviews. I don't know. What's so funny is, I used to be looked down upon by these guys. Like one of my friends who was also my connect. This motherfucker smoked weed all day, every day. And if he didn't have it, he would go ape shit. He'd lose his fucking mind. He'd be miserable. He'd be treating people like shit. And I'm like, you do realize you're a drug addict, right? Like if you're addicted to weed, and I know there's no such thing as being physically addicted to weed, but there isn't any such thing as being physically addicted to cocaine or crack either. It's a mental addiction, which could be just as bad or even worse. I think in some cases worse. Because if you take a guy like me, once I'm physically detoxed, I don't need alcohol anymore. But the people who are mentally addicted, who actually love the act of drinking, it's much harder for them to stop. So anyway, I would be like, bro, look at yourself. You spend a fuck ton of money on weed. A lot of the time, more than you can afford to spend. Okay, you got to constantly have a fucking blunt in your hand. Nothing makes you happier than when you're sitting on your fucking couch smoking an L, whatever. Your whole life is about fucking weed, and when you don't have it, you go into a fucking damn near a panic attack. You start fucking, treating the people around you like shit. You get in a bad mood. You're fucking miserable. What makes you different than me? It's just a different drug. Because, listen, is weed a hard drug? No. But is it a drug? Of course it's a drug. Come on. What do you mean? Of course it is. So, I don't know. It's just so funny that people, when they're addicted to weed, they look down on everybody else like as if they don't have a problem. It's like, what do you mean you don't? You're a fucking drug addict, just like me or anyone else. Of course you are. Let me take your weed away today and make you stay at home for the next 3 days. And nobody's allowed to come over and drop off anything to you. Nobody's allowed to leave to go get anything. And let's see how you fucking act over that 3-day period. You're going to go fucking berserk. It's a drug addict. Pete the Killer, thank you for becoming a new member, my friend. Well, you were probably a member and just renewed or something. I don't know. But see, I don't see what you guys see. From StreamYard, like I can't see if it said you've been a member for 2 months or whatever it may be. Let me pull up YouTube. Let me see. Oh, look at that shit. Managing moderators can support your channel. You guys see this? Introducing managing moderators. These users have the same capabilities as standard moderators, but in addition, they can manage blocked words and change chat modes in live. Huh. What the fuck is that all about? I wonder. Yeah, I know. Miss Can't Be Wrong said FBS, I'd probably not be happy. Of course, yeah. Brooklyn, I absolutely love my medical marijuana, especially because of my heart condition, because I cannot take certain meds. It truly helps my anxiety, but I only take it at night to help me sleep. If it helps you, it helps you. Now let me see. Like, I want to see like Pete the Killer, how it showed up. Oh no, it's showing him as a new member. Maybe you are a new member. I don't know. Uh-oh. That was me. I'm not supposed to be talking to myself. The most abused narcotic in the country is caffeine. I've seen people flip out when they can't have their cup of coffee. Oh my God. Yeah. Absolutely. And you know what's funny too? Let me just give my opinion on the whole I can't wake up without a cup of coffee horse shit. Yes, you can. Stop that. Because let me tell you something. Caffeine is a drug like any other drug, right? You build a tolerance to it. You really think if you've been drinking, say, 3-4 cups of coffee a morning for fucking years, that 3-4 cups of coffee is still having any effect on you? No, it's all in your mind. To me, coffee is the most, I want to say, misunderstood addiction. But not just that, it's people like overestimate its effects. Your Red Bull that you're drinking in the afternoon is not waking you up, but your mind is telling you it is because you've trained yourself to believe that you need a Red Bull to wake up. And then you've trained yourself to believe that as soon as you drink that Red Bull, you feel better. There's no fucking way. Okay, people who've been drinking caffeine their whole lives, especially coffee in the morning, are being woken up by it, or being stimulated or anything. There's no way. You'd literally have to constantly increase your dosage of caffeine for it to still have an effect on you. Let me tell you something. I drink iced tea like a motherfucker. It's one of my biggest problems. Okay. If I wake up in the morning and I'm exhausted and I drink 10 cups of iced tea, I'm not going to be any more awake than I was before I drank it because I've been drinking it forever. It's all in your head. Red Bull is not making you more alert. It's not waking you up. It's not making you feel better. It's in your mind. You know what I mean? That's my opinion anyway. So when I hear these people, man, they come to work, they have a cup of coffee in their hand. Lunchtime, they got to get a cup of coffee. After work, a cup of coffee. You realize you're doing nothing, right? But you're just drinking something. It's not helping you. It's not. It's all in your head. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I never got it. I never had a cup of coffee in my fucking life because I think it tastes fucking horrible. I think it smells horrible. The coffee breath, I think, and I know I smoke cigarettes. I shouldn't be talking, but coffee breath, I think, is the fucking worst smelling shit in the world. I don't drink it. I don't drink it. And I don't believe, that if I did, that I would feel any better than I do without drinking it. I just know better. You know what I mean? You know how many things you consume a day that have caffeine in them? The average person. Like, do you know how much caffeine you put into your body on a regular basis? Now picture that's heroin. Okay? Say you did 2 bundles a day for 3 months. And I'm sure it wouldn't even take that long. Okay? And then after that 3 months, you're not feeling it at all anymore. As a matter of fact, it's not even keeping the withdrawals away. So now you're doing 3 or 4 bundles a day for 3 months. Eventually, you're going to have to do 5 or 6 bundles a day, and then 7 and 8 bundles a day, and then 9 and 10 bundles a day. You know what I'm saying? Caffeine is no fucking different. The thing is, you don't realize that you've built a tolerance to it because the honest to God truth is you've had the tolerance for so fucking long that it hasn't been affecting you in any way, shape, or form probably for years. You've just been telling yourself that it does. You know what I mean? Let me tell you something about smoking. I have gone weeks without smoking a cigarette. Like, for instance, matter of fact, I've gone months and months if you want to include jail. Okay? Let's just say the last time I did... See, sometimes I had work release, but let's just say 3 months straight in the county. I've done that several times, okay, before I was able to get my work release, whatever. I'm talking about being on the blocks. You can't smoke. You can't do anything. After the first 2 days or so, I didn't need a cigarette at all. And you realize over that time when you're not smoking, there's nothing, it's not doing anything for you. Smoking a cigarette is not relaxing you. It's not making you feel better. It's just that in your head, you tell yourself, I need a cigarette at this time and on my lunch break and right after work and after I eat, before I go to bed and when I wake up. Mentally, you might, but it's not doing a fucking thing to you. If you take somebody's cigarettes away and lock them in a room, they are not going to have any withdrawal. I'm telling you, all that shit about, I get headaches and I get the shakes. No, you don't. Nicotine, it just doesn't cause that type of withdrawal. You know what I mean? That's just something you're telling yourself. It's not true. I've been locked up multiple times, right? I had my cigarettes. I went from smoking a pack and a half a day to no cigarettes at all. I never felt a physical withdrawal. I only felt a mental craving. It's the same way with coffee. If you woke up tomorrow and you were not allowed to have coffee, you'd feel fine. You might tell yourself you're tired, and for a couple of days you might be, but then you realize, like, oh, I didn't need that. It's the way I see it. Yeah, energy drinks are fucking terrible for you. Like, even like Gene Borello. I was seeing Gene Borello one day on his Facebook, and he's guzzling a Red Bull, and I'm like, you really think that works? Like, you're paying what, $4 or $5 a can for that horse shit that tastes nasty and does nothing for you? You really think that works? Like, Gene Borello is, he's in shape. The guy's fucking ripped. You know what I mean? He's young. What is he, 36, 37? Very, very active, always on his feet, works out constantly. You think, after living that healthy of a lifestyle, that some fucking Red Bull is going to give you more energy than you already have? No, it's not. No, it's not. It's just plain not good for you. That's it. That's it. So anyway, that's my coffee rant. Let's see. I know that'll piss some people off. They're going to say, how dare you tell me I don't need my coffee? Listen, it's just my opinion. I don't think you do. But I look at it like this, too. If you enjoy it, if you look forward to getting up and drinking a cup of coffee, by all means, do it. It's just that when you feel like, oh, I didn't have my coffee this morning, guys. I feel like shit. No, you don't. You're fine. You're just telling yourself that because you've trained yourself to believe that you can't function without it. That's it. Even if we do something like cigarettes are the same. If we do something like when we went to the Bone Thugs concert, I went 5 hours without a cigarette. No problem. No problem. I didn't feel like shit. I wasn't anxious. But the minute I left, I needed a cigarette because I knew I could have one. You know what I'm saying? I knew I could have it. And then it's like, but when I can't, no problem. Let me see. I'm looking through some comments here. I'm a brat without coffee. I cannot drink coffee. Yuck. I need my coffee and smoke in the AM. Yeah, I understand if it's part of a routine. Absolutely. Listen, I smoke a cigarette the second I get up. Well, once I brush my teeth and shit, I smoke a cigarette. You know what I mean? It's not that I need it. It's just that it's part of my routine, and I'd probably go insane without it, as long as it's available to me. But like I said, jail, even when I was on the work release program, then we would stash our cigarettes out behind York County Prison. You know what I mean? And when we were able to leave the building, we would run to where our cigarettes and lighters and shit were stashed, and we just start sucking down cigarettes. And then on the way back to the prison, you're sucking down cigarettes. But as soon as you get in, it's no big deal. Like, I would have times where I had 3 days off and I had to just sit in the goddamn prison for 3 days. York County Prison, it's called. That's the only reason I'm saying that. Relax, people. Didn't bother me. You know what I mean? I craved it, but that was it. They say sugar doesn't make children hyper either. It's the parents expect them to go wild, and the kids can sense it, so they go wild. It's possible. I wouldn't doubt it. Sugar's the same thing, guys. Think about, like I said, like, it's better explained with caffeine, obviously, because, again, if you've been drinking 50 cups of coffee a day for 10 years, what is it, the only drug that you don't build a tolerance to? Of course you build a tolerance. Sugar is going to be the same fucking thing. Sugar is going, if you consume sugar regularly, it's going to have zero effect on you. If you never eat sugar and then you have a 10 or 12 fucking Milky Ways or something, yeah, it might give you a little energy. It might. Same with coffee. I mean, if you never drink coffee and then you have a fucking a cup of caffeinated coffee or 2 or 3 cups, might give you a bit of energy, make you alert, make you wake up a little bit. But if you're doing it every day, there's no longer an effect. There just isn't. Those energy drinks have a drug that is used in asthma medicine. I forget what it's called, but it's super dangerous. They use to put it in workout supplements. I'm not surprised. Um, I mostly smoke at work. I don't know what it is. I go home on a Friday and don't have a cig all weekend. Monday morning, once I get off the exit to work, I need one. No, I understand that. Yep, it's especially a routine thing. Or if you know that you're not gonna have one for a while. You know what I mean? Your brain tells you you need to suck down as many as possible, which is again another thing that's bullshit. Fuck, man, I still have an addiction. What do we talk about? Coffee, Ronnie? uh, let me see. If you're insane without it, then you just be insane to begin with. I think you meant to say if you're insane without it, then you might just be insane to begin with. LOL. Uh, but true, no offense to anyone. Good point. Fuck sugar. I had diabetes, gone now by eating right and exercising. Yeah, I don't eat, guys. I don't eat any sweets. I drink this fucking iced tea though, but I don't drink any sweet or eat any sweets ever. Ever. Like, I mean, occasionally, maybe I'll have like a small cup of ice cream, but even that's like usually like if it's a hot summer day, we're out. Like when we were in Miami, I remember I got a little cup of fucking ice cream, and it was because it was the black and white cookie ice cream that I had never tried. You know what I mean? But at home, I have nothing, and I get cravings sometimes late at night. I just want something sweet, but I don't keep anything here. You know what I mean? I don't keep anything like that here. But I eat pasta like a motherfucker. That's sugar. You know what I mean? I eat a good bit of bread too. I try not to, but it's not like a simple sugar. You know what I mean? Crystal Light iced tea is great. Yeah, I gotta try it someday. So anyway, guys, I think I'm gonna make that it for this one. We've only gone an hour, uh, but you know me when I feel like maybe I'm out of things to say. I don't want to bore anyone with a bullshit show. Let me just do this first, though. Let me drop. Let me drop the link just in case anybody did want to come on and share. And of course, I'm talking about drug and alcohol addiction and recovery stories only. I don't want somebody to jump on and be like, "Yeah, you know what? Johnny Mac's a scumbag." Yeah, it's not for this show, you know. But yes, he is. What do you mean, Miss Can't Be Wrong? What's going on that I don't know about? Thank you, Ronnie Franco. What's going on, Miss Can't Be Wrong? Fill me in. Someone specific, or are you just saying that in general because someone always does? Is there a plan that I don't know about? A planned attack? Not like I'd be surprised. Some scheduled shows. Well, who? Fill me in. Some scheduled shows, more than one? Jesus Christ. How many people are attacking me tonight? My God. I might have to come back on and do a long, long show. Let's see what Miss Can't Be Wrong fills me in on. CM and the likes. CM and who, like Angel and shit? I don't know who the likes are. Ronnie Franco, fuck the haters. Yeah. Oh, Johnny Mac and CM. Oh, Johnny Mac's got a show scheduled about me too. Oh shit. Let me see. Let me see. Is he playing right into my hands like I wanted him to? And want to be yo punks? Here we go. Beggars, frauds, perpetrators, traffickers, and want to be yo punks. Here we go. What the fuck? All right. Well, listen, I have a show for tonight then. That's good news. That's good news. Maybe I'll come on and make some good money. And see Emma. Who cares about him? But all right, that's it, guys. Thank you for everything. I'm out of here. Nobody grabbed the link. So write these numbers down at the bottom here. Suicide and crisis lifeline, National Addiction Hotline. Write them down. Put them in your pocket, purse, man bag, wallet, fanny pack. Slip them in your bra, inside your boot. If you're a kangaroo, put them in your pouch. I mean, not your couch. Kangaroos don't have couches. In your pouch. All right, and keep them close by in case you ever need them. All right, guys, I will see you tonight at 10 o'clock. I love you all, and until next time, salute.